Salutations, this is Grim Tavel, and welcome to our Let's Play of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're in version 0.29, and it has been a while since we played DCSS. Some of you may be thinking, but Grim, you already have a couple of series on your channel that haven't finished. You keep talking about, since you've come back from hiatus, that you want to finish those series before starting other series. We haven't gotten back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead yet. We haven't played more Dwarf Fortress. Speaking of Dwarf Fortress, the new Steam version of Dwarf Fortress is where I pulled this music. We usually play like Caves of Cud music, or I've, recorded some of my own guitar stuff and we play that. No, I bought just like I officially bought the Caves of Cud soundtrack, I officially bought the new Steam version of Dwarf Fortress soundtrack because it sounded really cool and good, and I am excited about using it, and hopefully that's okay. Especially since I bought the soundtrack, I didn't just like rip it. I bought it, and I encourage all of you to buy it and to play Dwarf Fortress. So there's my pitch for that, and now I don't feel bad playing their music during this. Anyway, here we are in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, and the reason that we're recording this game and starting a new series is because I find myself just playing this game all the time. I love playing it. It's one of my favorite games. It's a game that I just like, I have some free time, I'm going to play this. And the thing is, when I do that, even though I play this game a lot on my own, I'm really bad at it. But I'm not as bad at it when I'm recording it, because this game requires a lot of patience, a lot of thinking through all of your decisions, and when I record, it kind of forces me to pause, narrate it, think things through. And as you know, if you follow these series on my channel, you know that they tend to do pretty well. I tend to win, and like the win-loss ratio from when I record versus when I'm playing on my own is astronomically different. The difference is just phenomenal. I die constantly. I rarely win. Although I have, since we played our last time, like I've probably won a few different things. What I want to do here is I want to play a Vine Stalker. And I think we're going to start as a Brigand. Brigand? I've never won as a Vine Stalker. I've never won as a Brigand. And we're going to try to do short blades. I don't know if this music is too loud. Hopefully it's okay. We'll do one episode like this, and we can always lower it if we want to. This isn't. What is this? Is this a new thing? Show main menu? No, that's okay. We can get rid of that. Okay. We are Grim Tavel, the Sneak Vine Stalker. So, the idea here, one thing that happened between last game and this game, well, first of all, there have been multiple versions of DCSS that have come out, and a lot of changes. I don't actually even remember the last version that we played. So I'm not going to talk about all the changes between then and 0.29. If we keep doing games like this, I'll try to, if we play .30 when that comes out, we'll talk about those changes, but you can look up these changes on your own. I played a game where I was a demon spawn. I won my first demon spawn game, and it just so happened that all of the mutations that the demon spawn... This is getting a little loud for me. Hold on. Let me lower it a bit. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get it all right, whatever, that's better. The demon spawn got all of these ancillary attacks, tons of ancillary attacks. And I thought, this is interesting, and started looking into what triggers those ancillary attacks. And what's weird about it is that DCSS is a pretty well-documented game, and there's a lot of people talk about the mechanics and stuff, but I had trouble finding an answer about what mechanics... I didn't see anything on the wiki about what mechanics trigger those ancillary attacks. It just seemed that there was a chance to trigger per attack, but it seemed like it was per every attack, not per game tick. So to me, it just made more sense to do it with a fast weapon. And I think that game I found a quick blade, and I think it worked really well. I did end up winning that game with all these ancillary attacks that I think triggered or had a chance to trigger every time I swung my quick blade. So that leads me to the Vine Stalker. The Vine Stalker, I was kind of debating whether to do this with the Vine Stalker or the Vampire. I've never won with the Vampire either. And both of them have abilities that can proc on hit. Both of them, and both of those abilities are kind of healing abilities. The Vampire just directly drains, like, will get health back from non-undead monsters. The Vine Stalker, however, when hurt, damage is shared between your health and your magic reserves, but your bite disrupts and absorbs the magic of your enemies, which is also very powerful when you're fighting magic users. You can drain their magic and they won't be able to cast spells at you. So you do that by biting them with sharp teeth, which is an ancillary attack. So we are going to be doing short blades, which we did. We selected short blades, and we start with a +2 dagger. Or we didn't select short blades. As a brigand, you start with short blades trained. And we are... Oh, I just realized it is auto... I need to reset my RC file. It automatically went to auto mode, and we do not want that. Immediately switching to manual mode here. We're going to start training short blades. We are going to... we're probably not going to be wearing heavy armor very much, so we are going to keep training dodging. Vine Stalkers have pretty bad aptitudes in armor and dodging both, and we're going to need at least one, so we're going to go with dodging. I like round numbers, so I am going to train throwing to 2, but I'm not sure how much further we're going to go into the throwing. And I will keep stealth on for a while, so we don't forget about it. I might put a cap on it, but it'll be a high cap, like 12. We'll probably keep fighting on, and we're going to keep short blades on until we get to min delay with our dagger, which is just 10, and we might change that later. And we're going to see what we can do. I have a notion, and I'm not sure that that notion is, you know, it will somewhat rely on chance, but that the idea is that we find a distortion weapon. I think this might be very fun to play with the distortion weapon, and I think it might be very fun. We haven't talked about gods. Oh, a knoll. Immediately a knoll. That's dangerous. Okay. We don't have any... We have nothing. What do we have? Poison darts, Curari darts. Yeah, do we use a Curari dart already? We could use a poison dart, certainly. Alright, that's useful. Alright, and if I can do this, yeah, that way it doesn't get an extra attack on me. Good. And we are immediately level 2. Alright, we'll heal up. What was I saying? Gods. One thing that I would really like to do, ooh, an amulet of regen. I will take that, thank you. Music is still a little loud for me. So it's set, like, I'm using Groove, Microsoft Groove, as my music player, which I did with, I usually do with this. I can't get it to 3, I can only get to, like, 1, 3, or 4 on the volume meter. I can't get it to 2, and that's very frustrating. I guess I'm gonna put it at 1%. So the reason I use Groove is because I like the set, like, I don't want these settings for my normal music player, so, like, I'm just all right, well, that volume is better for me, 1%. This is like the music player that I use for playing music during DCSS, and that's the only thing I use it for. Gloves, I will take those gloves. Usually when we play these series, we play species and backgrounds that I haven't won with before, that we haven't played before. However, let's wear those gloves, making our AC 4 instead of 3. However, I am thinking about going Wujian Council again. We have won with Wujian Council, but we did it as a troll. We did it as a very high strength, unarmed troll. I think ended up wearing gold dragon armor, maybe shadow dragon armor. I can't remember. If you haven't seen that series, I highly recommend it. It was very fun. Wujian, so that's part of it. One is that Wujian is a very fun god. The other thing is that Wujian, I think, plays very differently as a stabber than as a regular melee build. Because you get to lunge at folks while they're still asleep or while they're confused. And that can be very effective. Not to mention doing... Now, this did come into effect with the troll with unarmed, because the unarmed attacks are also very fast. But the faster your weapon is when you use Serpent Slash with Wujian Council. Ooh. Oh, didn't get to stab them. Level 3, we are going all dex. I mean, there's the possibility of us using spells. I'm not sure if we will, though. We may just go for evocations, although we have a -1 aptitude in evocations. We have some aptitudes for spells. No, we don't. As a Vine Stalker, it's all flat. But by that same token, there are no negative aptitudes, right? Trusty, I think the shortest way, the sneakiest way to get to that knoll is to go this way. Okay, good. We get to stab it. So yeah, Wujian Council. That's what I'm thinking. Even though we've done it before, and there are gods that I have not won a game with, that I would love to win a game with, for the purpose of this particular build, I think Wujian Council would be fun. And Wujian is just one of my most favorite gods to play. Let's see. We're seeing what's left on this floor now that we've totally explored all of it. By the way, I will tell you, I'm hitting O to auto-explore, and that makes you stop whenever you see something important, like an enemy. There's leather armor, but I think we're comfortable just wearing our robe for now because we have no armor skill. And we want to stay sneaky. Vampire has higher stealth aptitude also, but +3 is decent. Okay. Also, we only have -1 short blade aptitude, but Vine Stalker doesn't have good weapons. Vine Stalker has not great aptitudes in general, but Vine Stalker and Vine Stalker also starts with very low health, but the sharing the magic with the health bar when you take damage is very powerful. Vine Stalker, like on paper, sounds very weak, but is actually can be a fairly tough class. Although, like I said, I've never won with it. Plus, we get regen. We found an Amulet of Regen on level 1. That was very nice. Amulet of Fire Trident. I'm going to auto-explore. Hello, baddie. Whoops. Little misclick. So yeah, I'm very excited. I just love this game. And I always think like, oh, I can't wait to stop playing, like, stop more series. I'm backing up because, ooh, yeah. I only want one thing to attack me at a time here, and I don't want to be hit by ranged attacks. Okay. Come get me. Good. Also, I just realized my RC file is not up to date, so I am not picking up everything I want to be picking up. I want to be picking up ranged weapons, including stones. In fact, I am going to go back up and make sure I pick up anything here like stones. And the reason we want to pick up stones is just in case we want to alert something without approaching it. Ooh, so that, we didn't wake it up, but that group of goblins and hobgoblins is probably Robin, the unique Robin, who isn't tough on her own, her own, but around all the goblins, they will berserk them. So I think we're lucky we're not that stealthy. We only have 3 pips of stealth. Generally we want to, oh yeah. Okay. If I can find more equipment or level up more before I fight all those goblins and hobgoblins and Robin, I would prefer that. The other good thing about Vampire compared with Vine Stalker is vampires are immune to poison, and we are not. So, back up. I just want to not have anything else attack me at the same time. I will try to poison this thing. Okay, I missed. We should still... Ooh, this is bad. This is... I'm going to curare it. This could kill us, so I'm going to do whatever I can. Okay. Wow. We killed it. One curare killed it? That's surprising. And we didn't end up losing any of our curare darts, so that ended up being great. All right, we're level 4. We got a little bit of strength, which we're not really using. Although if we wear armor, that will help us wear armor and be less encumbered. And we begin to heal more quickly. Right, that's the other thing Vine Stalker says, have is natural regen. So on top of our natural regen, which does get more powerful as we level up, we also have the regen amulet, which we found early on. Okay, come here, ball python. I picked up that sling. Likely the last time we played, ranged weapons needed ammunition. They no longer do. In fact, because we have that sling, it might be fine to just not pick up stones anymore, actually. No longer will you ever run... If you have a sling, you will never run out of sling bullets. And I'm going to go ahead and just put that sling on the B. So the letters lowercase a and b, you can toggle with the apostrophe key. And it only takes half a tick to do that. So now I have sling, I can just like fire, and I have infinite sling bullets. That's just if we need to range. Generally, we're not going to be ranging. Although if we find a really good ranged weapon, we may change our mind. Oops. This guy's boomerangs. I'm going to back up here, and I'm hoping this guy approaches me so that... Yeah. Okay, good. I didn't want him to get a free hit with that trident. Trident can be a powerful weapon early on in the game. But orcs, one orc by itself, not very powerful. Okay, we will go up all these hatches, just in case we do make it to the orb run. What's down here? Yeah, let's go there. Okay, come to me. Come here, Quokka. Good. I do like this soundtrack. The Dwarf Fortress soundtrack is really good. I'm very happy that it's very good, because I was a little worried about it. Okay, do I feel so we don't know what's behind the adder. Hopefully nothing. Do we feel confident enough to try to sneak up to it and stab it? We still have 3 curare darts, which were obviously effective. Oh, and we've got some boomerangs of dispersal now. Okay. All right, yeah. Nice. Killed the adder. Until you... I mean, we also have good regen, which helps against with poison. Because if you only have, like, 1 tick of poison, it probably won't do much more damage than you're already regenning each tick. Oh, God. So this isn't that bad. And what are you carrying, Jessica? Nothing much. But you cast Pain, Haste, Slow, and Blink. So the thing is, if you wake up, you will get a lot of chances to cast spells on us that we can't do much about, and we're far from the stairs. But if we can take a step, and you don't wake up, we will likely just be able to perforate you. And that's what we're going to do. We do have curare. Yeah, we have options. Okay, good. Very nice. We killed Jessica. Jessica is pretty easy. She is maybe the easiest unique, but I still get scared. Which is, you know, again, if I was playing on my own, I probably wouldn't even think that through. I'd just be like, Jessica, whatever. Bang, bang, bang. Tab, tab, tab. We are getting... we are increasing our stealth a bit, although, I don't know. Just a bit. All of our skills are increasing. We are training 4 skills, which is, you know... not a small amount. Like, it's a little unfocused, although it's not the worst. Okay. Do we feel confident enough to fight Robin at this point? I think there's some more to explore here, a little bit. There is a staircase right there. We're going to go up that. We're going to find that staircase and go down it. Go to this staircase, go up. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, go there and let's see. Yep, there's Robin. So there's no way I'm going to be able to make it over there without them all waking up. And Robin will start throwing berserked goblins at me. I still have my stones, right? So I'm going to go ahead and, I'm just going to go ahead and throw a stone and wake them up. There's no point in trying this. It's, is there? I didn't think so. Okay, we're going up. You can see that's Robin throwing them. We're going to go up, heal up, and we're going to stair dance. Oh, gosh. A little more than I had planned, but none of them are berserked. So this is actually fine. One at a time here. These are fine. And we're going to try to get rid of all of them. Okay, these are berserked. I'm still going to try to fight them one at a time. One other thing that changes, if you run away, like if I back off, they still get a chance to attack me and hit me. So you can't just run away anymore. You can't just kite people if you're right next to them. You have to be at least one space away, unless they're slower than you are. So that's a big change. A big it changes our tactics a lot. All right, we got Robin on. Is it her? Let's find out. Is it her? I do not see a pronoun. All right, Robin is a them. If there was a pronoun, I did not see it. All right, Robin on her own, or their own, is fine. No problem. Okay, and then... Oh. Good. The remaining goblin here, no problem. All right. Let's auto-explore. Of course, the game takes me a lot longer when I'm recording it because I do stop and talk through all these things, but I think it's a more fun way to play. We've got some scrolls. We're on Dungeon 3 now. I'd like to wait until we have at least like 3 scrolls of a thing before I read it. Generally. No, it's fine. Read them. All right, I found identify. We're going to identify our potions. I'm going to pick the ones that we have multiples of. Flight and brilliance. Okay. We don't have any spells, so brilliance isn't going to help us. Potions of magic will always help us because that's just more health for us. But brilliance might be something that we end up dropping. All right, thought maybe I could get lucky and approach this thing, but at this point we're just stabbing the adders. Feeling comfortable doing that when there's nothing else there. Partially because we have extra regen now that we didn't have before. Although if I get double poisoned, I might panic a little. Another scroll of identify. Let's identify more potions. Potion of attraction. Potentially useful. Although I don't know if I've ever actually used one ever. Nice. Got to stab it. The worm is something we're faster than. Oh, we got to stab it anyway. But that's something that we could kite. Okay. We just picked up our... I don't know if that was our first magic. It looks like it wasn't. It looks like we picked up another book I didn't notice, but I don't think we're interested in any of this. I mean, Cause Sphere could always be useful. Most stabbers have really high aptitudes in hexes. We do not. So hexes is a little less valuable for us. I'm going to drop these stones. We did find a wand of polymorph, too, which is potentially useful. Although much more useful... that was Dungeon 3? We explored all of Dungeon 3? Wow. Potentially much more useful when you have high evocations. So we may end up training some evocations. Ooh, a ring. Okay, not very helpful for us, but we don't have another ring right now, so we'll use it. We're not even wearing armor. We're just wearing a robe. I don't like how open this all is. Okay. Gonna walk back to the stairs. Okay. Good. Hey, doggies. The dogs are fine by themselves. All these things are fine one-on-one. All right. Can we kill the endoplasm? So this is Gozag here, right? Shrine to Gozag. Yep. Not very interested in Gozag in this run. Uh-oh. Iguana's a little tougher than I would like. Let's try to fight these things one at a time in this corridor. Okay. Good. All right. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. How much can you hit for? 15 damage. So we're okay for now, but if you do hit us for 15, what are our options? We don't know any of these scrolls. These potions do not help. We've got boomerangs of dispersal. I know it seems silly, but I am going to throw Curari at it and miss. Okay, we hit it and it died. Okay, and we did not lose any of our Curari darts. I also realized that because I haven't edited my RC file for this account, usually I play with my personal account, and this is my Grim Devel account, which I only use when I'm recording. So I need to edit the RC file, and the messages, I keep getting interrupted, and it's a little annoying to like have to hit enter to keep going in the messages. The messages are pausing. Is what I'm trying to say. I'll give you an example. When I threw the Curari dart, I was like, what just happened? And the game had like paused for me to hit like more on the messages. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Don't like this. Kill the priest. Okay. Because priest can smite you. All right, but we found the temple, a Dungeon 4 temple, and there's Wujian Council. We're doing it. We're doing Wujian. One thing about Wujian, Wujian does not use invocations. So we don't need to train up any invocations for Wujian to be effective. And we immediately get the ability that we can perform damaging attacks by moving towards foes. And as a stabber, that is immediately pretty useful. It's just one less step you have to take that someone could wake up before you get to stab them. I will take that rapier, I think. Okay. I just want to get in a good position. Like, we want to be in the shadows as much as possible for these enemies. And if we can not be seen by the kobold, that would be great. I'm gonna move into position here, and as soon as this iguana steps there, now I'm gonna step up and stab it. Okay, that could have gone better. Stab. Hoping we can kill this thing without throwing a dart at it. There we go. I'm probably being over careful with the iguana, but like I said, in a game I was playing by myself, it might just kill me. Okay. That I'm not recording. All right. There was still a kobold somewhere. There it is. Good. Anything we missed on this floor? No. And very early Wujian finding. Very, very good. I don't love this, but I will take one up with me. You saw me stab it? Okay. And then we're going to switch stairs. Okay. One is fine. We will bring it up so that we don't attract other monsters. 2 poison darts, not bad. We do have a little bit of throwing skill, so it is a little more effective than it would be otherwise. Get a little closer. Stab. All right, just bring the snake up. All right, now we can approach this thing. Up. Stab. All right, bring you up. One at a time. Whoops, I didn't mean to wait. I just waited a bunch of ticks. Okay. I hit 5 to wait. To like after a fight to heal back before I go on, and it like stops when you're fully healed. But if you're fully healed, it just waits like 500 ticks, and I accidentally did that. So scorpions, I took a step and I shouldn't have. Scorpions are susceptible to poison. They can be very dangerous, especially if you do not have poison resistance, which we do not. So I'm going to throw poison darts at it. Good. They are not, I don't believe they are fast creatures. It might just die. No, it did not. Although, stab. Nope. Throw another poison dart. Yeah, see? So I just fired, hit enter after I fired, and now it says the scorpion is poisoned, and it says more. And I, like, moved away because I wanted to do, I wasn't expecting this, and I, like, hit a button, it didn't do anything because I didn't hit enter. Scorpion stings us. All right, it is poison now. Good. So when you walk back from something, if you're adjacent to it, it gets a chance to hit you, but not as high a chance as if you just stood there or attacked it. Let's try to get a little closer here. Good. So I'm gonna lunge at it with Wujian and hopefully just kill it. There we go. That's one less step than I ordinarily would have taken. Hound's a little dangerous. We cannot outrun it. What kind of damage can you do? Only 6 damage. Fast. I think this is going to be okay. I didn't get to lunge at it. We do have a +2 dagger. We start with a +2 dagger, which is very, very nice. +2 goes a long way in the early game. And hey, it's a buckler. We will be taking that. I don't think our shield aptitude is great, although it's better than armor and dodging. We are going to want to wield that because we're not going to be using two-handed weapons. And one of the changes in 0.29, which I have not mentioned yet, is that they changed dexterity and strength a bit. And strength affects damage for maces and flails, axes, polearms, and staves, and thrown weapons. But you can see now that short blades and long blades and ranged weapons are in their own section now. That is because they gain damage by a higher dex score. Not only that, but shields are more effective with a higher dex score now. And that is very interesting for us as well. So since we are going all in on dex, right now it says our strength is 20 because we're wearing a ring. Shields are more effective for a dex-based character. And if we wanted to use long blades, we would be training dex as well. But since we're cross-training with long blades, it may so happen that we end up using one at some point. Okay. I'm going to put a skill target of 5 on for shields. The encumbrance. They also changed encumbrance of shields. Shields used to have like a skill level that would remove, like at that skill level, you wouldn't have any more penalty for wearing the shield. No longer the case. You now always have a penalty for a shield, but it's just like armor. Basically, it works the same as armor. Like the more skill you have in it, the less the encumbrance rating affects it. So 5's a good starting point. Oh, Menkare. I really don't like Menkare. Menkare torments you and casts pain and haste, and there's a necrophage. This is really bad. So one really bad thing about Menkare, if that's how you pronounce it, I don't know, is that he is undead and therefore immune to poison. Also resistant to cold. Susceptible to fire, but we have no fire, right? Just a wand of polymorph, although... Yeah, and because undead has infinite will, not susceptible to that stuff. So we're going to run away. It's far enough away, it might be able to get 1 torment on us, but that won't kill us. Neither will a pain. And we're going to try to run back to the stairs. Probably the same way we got here. Okay. It is hasted, though. That is dangerous, but... Oh, gosh. Yeah, hasted's really bad. I don't think there's any better thing we can do than run, though. Oh, it tormented us. I'm very glad we have regen. We want to hide from it as much as possible. Like, be out of its line of sight. I don't love that scorpion. Okay. Although I want the scorpion to come up with me, because I think we can kill it, no problem. Yeah. Yes, yes. Okay. Really want to avoid Minkare. Until we get, like, something. All the stairs are relatively near each other. Now I want to go to the farthest one away, which I think is this one. Yeah. Although we should put in a cut. It's we're 35 minutes in. Let's put a cut in this first episode. We are Granville the Sneak, Vine Stalker of Wujian. And we'll talk more about what I'm hoping to... I think, you know, we can get some good brands. I think Distortion brand, if we can find a Distortion short blade, would be really fun. And we'd have to basically, like, commit to that if we found one. But I think we could. I enjoyed playing with you today, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.